Oh, is it dark? Is that going to be okay?
It's fine.
Oh, so when you live in a subdivision and people work, I can't believe that concept, but they do, they work. So they have to do all their lawn work at night because they don't want to do it on the weekends because they golf and do stuff with their kids.
Problem.
So that's what they do. So
you can hear it, sorry. That's her preamble as to, sorry for that.
What's going on in our background. It's going to get louder.
Yes.
There it goes. But this is what time we have to do ours. So,
anyway.
You know what, I really think that for me, for the transformation this week was the fact that we're gonna have to close the window, I think. But yes, let's pause for 1 minute.
And we're back. And now you're gonna hear the fans. You still can kind of hear that.
You can still, well, it's not as bad.
No.
But anyway, I think that God came to me to listen to people's advice this week because I'm a big I can eat mass quantities of food, but not the good stuff. And I think he's directed me to listen to the advice of all the people that we have following us, and they're all telling me that I don't eat enough protein, that I don't eat enough food, and that I need to start earlier in the day eating so that I can get a burn going on. And I do think that God spoke to them through through them, that I could hear what they're saying, because Denise has been telling me that for like a year, but who listens to Denise?
I mean, I think that when you're eating all the fruit, you're thinking that's healthy, and it is. I'm not saying it's not, but I think it's too much fruit.
Well, I agree with that.
But that's sugar.
But see, then my alternative in the past would have been to eat chips and cookies and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say that I don't like processed foods, because I do, but processed foods don't like me. So I think God opened my ears and my mind and told me to open it. I'll be honest with you, I really have my doubts that I'm going to lose any weight. I'm not weighing myself because I said I'd wait a week. But and it's funny because even when I eat, when I say I'm not hungry and then I show you my plate afterwards, it's empty. So I do eat. so
I've never.
But that's my scary thought, is because I don't know how to stop. It's like, and you know what? Like if you're an alcoholic, you just don't have alcohol anymore. But if you're a foodaholic, you have to have food, otherwise you're going to die. So you have to eat. You just have to learn to control it. So that's my way of thinking. And we had a lot of prayer requests over the week, and
I like that. Thank you, because we really appreciate. I mean, we appreciate getting those requests, because then we feel like we're being helpful to people. Because prayer does help.
Yes, and Kim G Gets Fit asked for prayers for her Uncle Ed, I think it was. And I'm sorry if I don't have the right uncle, but I think she said her Uncle Ed, but she thinks of him as like her father. And I guess he was having a really hard surgery that, it was a miracle that he went through it. And, you won't convince me that it wasn't because so many people were praying for her. But, I have my people that I pray for out there, and you know who you are. So, I mean, not that I don't pray for anybody else. But
Only if you're on
only if you're on my list. No, there's certain people that touch my heart. I agree with more than other people.
I agree with that.
It's just like, you can like people that you work with, but you can really like people that you work with. So, if that makes any sense, it does to me. People that have a wackadoodle brain will understand that concept. So, but other than that, and I just, when I go and watch my grandchildren play ball or stuff like that, it's just like the miracle of life all around you. So that's my transformation for the week. Not much, but that's I think God doesn't have time for me sometimes, because
God always has time for you. Don't even say that.
Well, I think that there's more pressing issues, is my point.
Well, he's a busy man.
He's a busy man, yes he is.
He's got lots to do.
So, like he just says, when Sandy gets to the point, then I'll listen to her. So, because, I do tend to go a long way around a story, so. Okay then, Smarty Pants, it's your turn.
Well, when she was talking about that, and we have people that we care about, that we've made friends with here, and I was thinking very seriously about sending something to somebody, because I was in that same boat, and I so know the feelings of that person. We're not going to name names and stuff. And then she did. She told me after the fact, because I would have gone in on it, because I really was thinking about it already. And so I just think our minds think alike a lot, and just because I think when you get those words of encouragement from somebody, And you know, especially if they've been in that situation. Now, Sandy wasn't in that person's situation, but she knew from me because she lived through my pain and what I went through. So she could relate. And then
Mary's too.
And Mary's too. My sister Mary. And so it's like she could relate to that, and then she wanted to, you know, reach out to that person. And I know that they appreciated it, as I know I did when people reached out to me at that time. So you do get through things. It's not believable, but it is. It's very true. So it's just, I think that our minds think alike on that particular issue there. But and then I was just thinking with regard to the transforming, we're doing a sister, what is it? Sister Exchange, Transforming Melody, who kind of one of the two people that started this particular group. She has, like, it's already started, so unfortunately if you didn't watch her you wouldn't be able to do it this time, but she's just going to do it, I don't know, quarterly? I don't know what she said. Something about a couple of times a year. And so we're going to be able to reach out and send a card. This time, sometimes it's a gift, this time it's a card. And so I was really looking forward to that. And then I thought, oh good, I'm going to watch that person's videos, I'm going to connect with them. And unfortunately that person doesn't really do videos that I have. But that's okay, because I thought about it after. I was kind of bummed, and I thought, no, that doesn't mean. Now I'm just going to have to dig deeper inside to figure out what words. I know that person's on a weight loss journey too, I'm assuming. I don't know that. Well, see, that's the thing. Maybe I'll ask Melody, because she probably does know a little bit more about the person. Hopefully she does. And so that I can direct that letter and card to that person. So I don't know, Sandy doesn't know who she is yet.
I don't know who I have. I never got an email.
Well,
nobody loves me.
Might have gone to spam or something, but whatever. So I got to get with that. So Melody, if you're watching this,
nobody contacted me.
You did. She just probably missed it.
I probably did.
So anyway,
that wouldn't be a surprise.
And I think about it too, just thinking about in past times, in very recent past times, when I started to do a slip, I went into a slide, as they say, and then I had stopped going to Weight Watchers, and I had stopped, you know, just dieting whatsoever, and I gained all my weight back. And that wasn't too long ago that happened. So as I had my foot injury and I couldn't walk and I started to wallow, and I don't like to wallow. It's not my nature, really. And I wallowed pretty hard yesterday.
Oh, you could tell in your video.
Oh gosh, I really was. And then that would have been a slip into a slide that really truly wasn't. So I really did pray about it, and I had to gather myself together. And I do think that I did hear, like, okay, get yourself together. Like, come on now. This is one day, 1 foot. It's not like you're completely disabled, nor will you be for long. It's not like this was the end of my world. And I kind of, you know, got a kick in the butt, which I needed. And then I went to the meeting today, and we had 4 people, 2 people who made their goal, and 2 people who are now lifetime members. And so, you know, you meet your goal, and you have to go 6 weeks on maintenance for Weight Watchers. And then after 6 weeks, then you're a lifetime member. You can get to go free and whatnot. And they spoke at the meeting, and all of them, you know, were saying to keep coming, even though they're doing maintenance. The leader that stood in, she's lost her 70 pounds. In 2003, she's been keeping it off, and the only way she's been doing it is to keep going to the meetings. So even though I knew I was going to gain today, I listened to Kim from Fit and Fabulous Mamas, and she always says, even when she knows she's gained, she's still going to go to the meeting. Just face it, have it written down what nobody wants to do, and then move on. Which is really, I just kept thinking of all those things, and I'm sure it was through my prayer that I got myself back together really quickly instead of just completely sliding. So I've been in a way better day today, and a very good mood even though I gained. Which is, oh, we didn't talk about that. I gained 2.4 pounds this past week. I did have a foot injury, if you don't watch my other videos, and so I couldn't do my water aerobics or my walking, and then I just let that carry me into like a funk. But anyway, so how'd you do this
I
week?
stayed the same. I didn't gain, I didn't lose.
So, you know, that's okay. That's really
like
okay.
That's like a loss
That's
to
like
me.
a loss, because if, you know, you could have gained.
I could have.
I was thinking like me. I did gain.
Because we did the birthday on Friday.
Yeah, that didn't really
Alyssa's
affect me
birthday.
too much, though.
No, it didn't. Well, I mean,
I did have the ice cream sandwich, but that put me only 2 points over. I only wanted to 2 weeklies at that point in time. I did more than that after that. But nonetheless, at that point in time, that only had put me over 2 weeklies, and I enjoyed it. But the meal itself wasn't bad.
What do we have? Oh,
Tacos.
tacos. Yeah, no, I had the tacos again on Saturday. That's why. and then I had them again on Sunday. So
Yeah, that's
tacos are very high in calories, so that's why I stayed the same. That's why I
Well, it
was
depends
happy.
what you put on it.
I
Mine
put
were
a
like
lot on
6
it.
points each because I put a very little bit of meat and a very little bit of sour
No,
cream.
I put a lot of meat. I put a lot of sour cream.
Yeah.
I put a lot of cheese. Because did anybody ever know that cheese is my middle name?
Yes, she's a mouse.
Yes. You shouldn't call me a rat this time.
No, not when you can hear me. You're sitting right next to me. You might hit me. No. Anyway, so that's what we wanted to talk about today. And it just, I do feel like prayer is very important, and prayer helps other people, helps us. So if you could pray for us, we'll gladly take your
Oh,
prayers.
I'll always take somebody's
Yes,
prayers.
and like help us get in there. And like I said, I could have really slid, and I just stopped it and then got myself together. And I know that was through prayer, and I know that was why. And so I just got to keep with that attitude, keep the prayers up. If you want any prayers, write it down. You don't need to tell us all your stuff. You just say, please keep me in your prayers. We'll just give you a general prayer. We don't need to know the specifics of what it is, because we want to help you out in any way. And
Yeah, I pray every night, and I pray just before I get out of bed in the morning. A quick
Yeah.
prayer in the morning, but longer at night.
yeah, I think about things at night, and I remember people who've asked me, or just people I know in my life or somewhere in my life that need prayer, and I just add them in there at night. It kind of relaxes me as I try to go to sleep.
I usually fall asleep pretty quick.
Lately, I do. So there's nights where I wake back up or whatever, but anyway, I think that's just a little meditation at that point, and it helps me relax. So try that. So I think that's about it for today. So like this video,
subscribe,
comment.
and share.